Well, today I'm going to talk a little bit about using not regular, but black graphite pencils for doing your both sketching and roughing and cleaning up. And I've got a bunch of mine that I have had for many, many years now. So let's start going through them. I've probably done this before, but this is a Koh-i-Noor and it's a 5B. I don't know how long I've had this one, but it's been a minute since I bought this. I think I bought a bunch of Koh-i-Noors. I don't know if they still are in the pencil business or not, but let's see how they do. It feels nice on this surface here. I should also show you that this sketchbook is this sketchbook, and somebody gave it to me a long time ago, and it's one of my favorites because the paper is so nice. It's a nice smooth finish, and I don't know where you can get them. I've seen this product name on things that are journals and diaries, but not blank paper sketchbooks. But it's a nice not soft, but it's a nice smooth surface. And if you just want to do some rough sketching of a character with one of these soft pencils, it takes very nicely. And you put some eyebrows above the guy like that. Then if you want to get a little bit with not a cleanup, but a rough line, tie down line, they can do that very well. So at the time when I moved out here and got into business, I was just starting to figure out that I should get the best tools, maybe not the best, but just the ones that I like, to draw on the best paper. And so began this quest to find the best pens and pencils to draw on nice smooth paper. So this is the Koh-i-Noor. How do they spell it? Kohinor. And this is a 5B. So let's move on to the next one, which is a Rexel Cumberland. And this is a 6B. And it goes on smooth. It's a nice smooth line on here. And if you want, you can draw a little bit lighter. You don't always have to draw dark just because you have a dark pencil. Just hold back some of your energy, and you can get a nice light line that you can go over and make a darker line later. Give this guy a little bit of a nose that protrudes a little bit out from the circle there. So yeah, this is a good one also, and this is a 6B by Derwent. So our next one that's also a Derwent 6B. Matter of fact, these are all Derwent 6Bs, aren't they? It's not. It has the same writing on it. But this also says Rex on it, Rex Cumberland. So let's see how the regular Derwent does. It has another nice feel to it. All of this comes down to what feels good for you to draw with. All right, this is not about, well, which pencil does he use? This is all about, well, which pencil do you like to use? So yeah, another great pencil here. So that's the Derwent 6B. Now let's try this. This is a Staedtler Mars Lumograph, and it's another one that I've had for quite some time. Looks like the lead's a little bit thicker on it. You probably can't hear, but I can hear the graphite on the paper. Again, it's a good, nice, smooth feel. It's not raggedy, but it's got, unless you're really pressing hard, it has a sketchy look to it. So that's the 6B Mars. I'm going to write Statler. Let's move on to this one. This one is a Kimberly, and this is a 7B. This is a good line too. I like this one. Mostly what I'm feeling is not resistance on the paper, but just how is the graphite reacting to the paper? And when you press down on it, does it go on nice and smoothly when you press down for your cleanup line? And this one goes down really good. So Kimberly, I'll just write Kim 7B. And this one says Cretacolor from Austria. And this is an 8B. You'll notice I use kind of a light touch when I draw the first lines down. And some of these, no matter how lightly you press, the line's going to come out a little bit dark. This one I'm not pressing all that hard, but the line is a pretty dark line on there. Which, when you're doing animation cleanup, is pretty good. It means you don't have to press quite so hard with your thumb and your fingers and get calluses like we used to get. So that's Cretacolor. And it's a 8B. This one is another Derwent. This is a 9B. I have all these pencils because I like drawing with the darker pencil. I think the Blackwings are the ones that have as their motto half the pressure and twice the darkness of the line. I have a bunch of Darkwings, but I didn't fall in with them as much. So again, this is a Derwent 9B. And let's skip on to another Kimberly that's called a 9B as well. This is by General Pencil Company. Same here. But this one is a fatter pencil with a fatter lead to it. So let's see how this one feels. This one feels more like almost like a charcoal pencil. It has a whole different sound as the graphite hits the paper. It doesn't glide on the paper like the other pencils do. You can actually feel it with some resistance. You can actually feel the resistance on here. You have to be really conscious about what you're doing here. So I'll put Kim 9B, and I have 2 of these. I don't know where I got them from. So let's try some different pencils now that don't have designations like that. This is a design ebony pencil by Sanford, which I think I told you on one of my other pencil review videos about this pencil being bought and sold by different companies. And that's a nice feel there. It's not really putting up a fight, but I can hear it. I can hear it stroking on the page a little bit louder than the other pencils did. So ebony pencils are really cool. I like how they feel. Design ebony. Let's see what we got here next. This is a General's Layout Ebony pencil. Number 555. I don't know if they still make these or not. They may. Well, that's a good feel too. And you can hear the pencil hitting the page. General layout. All right, now this one, the Sanford drafting pencil, which used to be made by somebody else a long time ago. My friend Barry, this is what he drew with when he was doing Tiny Toons and Animaniacs. This was his favorite pencil to use, the drafting pencil. And I think I have a bunch of them, but I wasn't all that much into them like he was. He loved these pencils. And this used to be called the Eagle drafting, but it's now Sanford, so I just put drafting pencil. And our next to last one is this LNC Hartmuth Pluvius. And I don't know how long I've had this, but it's a long, long time. And I've hardly ever used it. Now this one is a dark line, and it does glide on the paper. And you can kind of hear it as it strokes on the paper. It's not greasy, but the paper's putting up a little bit of a fight against it. Not really a fight, but you can just tell that it's not this pencil probably wants to be used on a Bristol plate finish. So let's see, LNC. And now, the one you've all been waiting for. This is a pencil that is no longer made. And Eagle used to make this pencil. And I don't know when I bought it, but it's been quite a few years now, and it's been sealed up in plastic for a long time. But this has one of the best feels on paper of any pencil, and if you use it lightly, it goes down gray. but then when you need it, you can make it really dark. So this pencil has not really been used as a drawing pencil since probably back in the 80s, and it's Eagle Thorough Black, blackest, smoothest 313. The next pencil up from them was this one. The drafting pencil used to be 314. Sanford changed the numbers on it. No, it's still there. It's 314 in parentheses on there. But that's the next pencil after this one. And I think this one, if you had to do a B series on it, would be somewhere like 7, 8, or 9B. But a smoother graphite than some of those. At some point I went looking for this pencil and they stopped making it. So sometimes you have a pencil that you save it for a special time. So here's the special time, showing it to you guys. This pencil has not done this much drawing since back in the 80s, I think. But like I said, it's somewhere around 7, 8, or 9B is the corresponding lead to it. But it's got a smoothness to it that the other pencils don't. So that's why I keep it locked up in plastic. Anyway, that will about do it for today's demo of pencils. Oh, I can use it to go over this guy here, which you guys are probably looking at going, what is that? And I did this a few days ago. He's got his hands in his pockets, so his shirt would come down like this. His other shoulder's here. You see this nice thick line this pencil gives out. You come up here and start doing a little bit of tightening on this guy's face. And maybe his hair comes up like this. And then you can fill it in like that. So there's today's demo of dark pencils. Anyway, find your own pencils at the art supply store and go to town and have fun. And we'll see you next time.